Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ridertown Radio. And holy crap, our third man is back.
Yay! Hello.
You're back from what was the excuse we used last time?
I,
Hunting for Pokemon or
I
something?
think, yeah, you
yeah.
said Pokemon.
I said you got caught up in the Pokemon craze, and
Oh,
like before
yeah,
that, what was it like hunting for your final form weapon or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
hunting for
Yeah.
for
The irony is, I haven't even played Pokemon Go because it's too hot where I live.
Yeah, it is way too hot where I am as well. So, and I can't even play it anyway because I don't have a phone that can run it. Anywho,
and the only places near me that have good Pokestops are cemeteries and the zoo. So, a place filled with dead people that's really messed up that you're going there to play a game, or the zoo where millions of other people are going to be there to see animals, and there's going to
Why
be
are you
lots
just
of
talking
kids.
about the shows we're watching? What? It's a place full of dead people and a zoo.
and the occasional giant here or there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. I was thinking about this earlier. I'm like your sixth ranger, and you just call on me in your hour of need.
or, whenever you happen to be available.
Yep, that too.
Because, it is more fun to have a three-man show than a two-man show.
Yeah.
Oh no, he wasn't playing Pokemon Go. He was playing Advent Go, trying to catch all the Advent monsters.
Orphanaut Go.
Uh,
Instead of catching them, you just kick them and make them turn to ash.
Yeah, instead of a Pokeball, it's a foot.
No, instead of a Pokeball, it's a laser pointer.
Ah.
well, you can kind of do Orphanot Go considering some of the Fi's gear is a camera.
Yep,
Yeah.
true.
Anyway, derails aside, because we're already doing this. Yay.
I mean, it's not like there isn't a. It's not like there's a shit ton of news that just dropped this week.
Oh, wait, Morphicon just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we really want to try and dive into that?
The
At
only
least
piece of news that I know of off the top of my head was they announced the next set of legacy figures.
Oh,
There's a
God.
giant fucking power sword.
yeah. Can we talk about that real quick?
Go for it.
How are they going to sell that?
I have no idea.
That is going to be like $300.
You mean like everything else in the legacy lot?
No, I mean, like that from the display. That looked like it was just made out of metal, like just solid metal. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
zoomed in on one of the up close shots. It looks like the blade's made out of plastic though,
oh, okay, good.
painted like a motherfucker.
Yeah, just like Jesus Christ.
Of course,
Like,
now
I
they're
thought-
going to... Sorry.
No, it's okay. I thought them selling Saba was insane.
The real
But-
question now is if they're going to do the power sword, are the other weapons going to follow so you can make a giant power cannon?
That's another thing I thought
Yeah.
about. I was like, could you imagine just having like a giant display case? And it's like, what's that? That's where my power cannon.
I feel so bad.
If I had,
I feel so bad for the poor soul who's said they're going to go all in on the Legacy line. Like,
Oh,
buy
yeah.
every single Legacy thing.
I would not buy every single Legacy thing. There's,
Yeah.
Especially considering there's too many repaints, fucking black and gold bullshit.
yeah, because everything needs to match Tommy's last Ranger colors.
It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, yeah, there's that, and then, the Ninja Steel cast got revealed.
Yeah, and apparently being blue runs in the family because Yoki's brother's blue ninja.
Yeah, and I think
The new not ninja. There we go. That's better.
I think I even saw pictures of like after the announcement was done. You see Yoshi and his brother hugging it out on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from the trailer they showed there, it looks like they might be incorporating Chokyuger stuff after all.
I kept seeing this one thing floating around Twitter. I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not, but people want it. They should make Star Ninja Akira's monster form. I forget what is
Saw that.
I forget what his actual name is. But
Zaram, I think.
yeah, Zaram.
Yeah.
That's it. I want Zaram as Star Ninja.
Yeah, same.
Which that would be actually cool.
Yeah, the reason people are saying that is from the looks of it in the trailer they showed at Morphicon. You can see Nero from the Shadow Line, like standing next to the big bad guy from Ninja on the giant like game show stage.
which
Yeah.
makes no sense for him to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be very interesting. And then apparently, because they were revealing toys, they're changing the morpher for Ninja Steel. It's
I
not the
don't
sword.
I don't understand that.
They're making it the weird multi-mode weapon
The
thing.
the giant shuriken that not really a lot of people
Yeah,
bought.
I get it, but at the same time I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why not just use the sword? The sword
Yeah, like
works.
you were perfectly fine with using a gun.
Right, but it's not a gun, it's a blaster.
I know,
That's
but
their
they've
excuse. Then they could change the sword and call it a saber. I think they do. I think they call it
they
the
do that.
TX
Yeah,
Ninja
that's what they
Sabers.
do. So
Yeah, I'm so confused by that.
I think it's just they're lazy with how they want to configure their
I guess-
motherboards and shit for the electronics. So it's like we could try to fit it in this really long
Yeah.
sword,
I think that might actually be the problem. It's like a budgetary issue.
Probably.
Like they can't fit all the required stuff for a morpher in that
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
without either making it really bulky, and then you have to worry about like kids bludgeoning each other with them.
Yeah, like the Super Mega Force morphers. Jesus Christ, you could use that as a brick. It was a brick.
But at the same time, it doesn't entirely make sense to me, considering of like what 5 years ago we got the Mega Blade. God, has it really been 5 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like I realized that a few
5
months
years,
when I
and
was just
then
like,
it was
Jesus
just
Christ.
re-released, like not that long ago.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was. I actually saw that in a Toys R Us a few months ago, and I was like, I kind of want to pick that up because I didn't the first time and kind of regretted it because I actually like it.
I think one other thing I heard, supposedly, I'm not sure if it's real or not, but I think I saw someone on Twitter post about it. They're making the shurikens out of foam or something.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, because the Gamma Gamma Ju gun is now one of those foam disc launchers.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did make that sucker flatter. I forgot they did
Yeah, I
that
saw
one.
that, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Why?
my first instinct was,
Look, they made it look flatter and angrier because
it's like I saw
it's
it, and I was
America.
like,
you got to make the cute little frog like edgy,
yeah,
angry.
plays Reaper 24/7 on Overwatch.
No, it's going to be more like, well, I'm stuck in this show. Fuck. Given
But you know what the
PR's
worst part
status
is,
these
though?
days.
Like they're like little boys aren't gonna wanna buy the cute little frog gun. We got to make it look angry because kids are gonna want to buy an angry frog. 'Cause angry frogs are cooler than cute frog. I don't know.
I mean, if anything, you'd think they wouldn't buy crazy frogs. Yeah.
The only other thing of note from Morphicon that's off the top of my head that I feel like bringing up is apparently SRC Daijujin.
Yeah, Sola Chogokin doing fucking
my
Daijujin.
aching
Holy
wallet.
shit.
It's like all the Zords now are Chogokin style, and I guess they can all combine or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because
That's Sola Chogokin's thing.
Good
their
grief.
little placard literally says Megazord.
Yep. Curse you, Sola Chogokin. First Gao Gaigar, now this.
And for things that are going to murder me and Crunch's wallets, Voltron.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
This whole
completely forgot about it. God damn it.
It's like they don't want us to be able to buy stuff.
I know, like, just between Voltron, Megazord, Gao Gaigar, there goes like $1,000.
I don't know if I want to even try to spend money for those. I mean, you guys already know I'm not really an action figure person.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but
It's like,
to spend that much for an action figure, just not even no way.
Yeah.
Hell, I get mad at myself buying a $20 Figma.
Yeah, like, I'm probably not actually going to buy them, but it just pisses me off that just the thought of me spending that much money on them makes me angry.
Yeah.
Like, because I know there's a part of me that's legitimately thinking of doing it.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. So, anyway, unless there's anything else you guys want to bring up from Morphicon or anything else.
The only thing I can think of is with the legacy figures, they're finishing in space.
Oh yeah.
They're doing.
Oh yeah, didn't they just announce they're gonna move into Zeo?
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to move into Zeo. We're getting the Yellow Ranger.
Oh yeah, they showed off the Ninja Megazord Legacy.
Yeah, that's right. The movie one.
No, I think it's just normal one.
Are they really gonna try and do Legacy movie Ninja Zord?
I doubt it. That
so.
thing was physically impossible.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I don't mean the movie one. I mean the animals themselves.
I don't think they've announced that. I might have missed that. I don't know.
That or was just a thing I saw.
Yeah,
But,
movie Ninja Megazord with terrible CGI action.
Yeah.
That would be one that they could do for the Chogokin line, because
that could be out of solid metal.
It'd be an action. Just make it the action figure style of Chogokin, and that's all you need.
Yeah. Yep.
Did we get the Pink Ranger yet?
Pink Ranger.
For the new Legacy line.
No, for figures, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they announced it's happening, but I'm not sure.
No, they didn't. Spring 2017 is yellow and white MMPR, and then the other three in space, and then they're automatically jumping into Zeo. They completely skipped Kimberly.
Huh.
Pink Ranger gets shafted. Hooray.
Unless that's what's coming out for our late fall.
No idea.
No, from the one I'm looking at, it says late fall. The Pink Ranger's there.
That's Zeo Pink.
No, it's not.
Yeah, on the one I'm looking at, it is.
Well, I'll send it.
The one in our chat.
Oh.
There's one in our chat where it's spring 2017, yellow, white,
I think
black,
I sent
blue,
that earlier,
pink space.
Yesterday.
And then fall 2017 is the Gold Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Green Ranger, and then the other three blabba-de-bloobadas.
As you can tell, I don't pay attention to figure stuff. So.
Okay, I didn't see this part, no. Okay, so then she should be out already, okay.
Yeah, personally, I don't really care about the Legacy figures either.
I'm just waiting for Wild Force, that's all I care about.
I'm just not a figure person in general.
Yeah.
I don't have enough space to store things anyway, so...
I think the whole Megazord Build-A-Figure thing is cool, but I just don't really care enough to actually, collect them.
Yeah, especially if it's because what they did with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one really pisses me off, because you can get the completed Megazord, but you can't get the Power Sword or whatever the fuck it is unless you get the San Diego Comic-Con Red Ranger for the Build-A-Figure Megazord.
That's one thing about MMPR that always bugged me. The Red Ranger's weapon was the Power Sword, but the Megazord's weapon was also the Power Sword.
Right. They could have called one the Tyranno Saber or something.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons I don't really care about the Legacy figures is just because I don't really care as much about... I guess I just don't really find collecting Ranger figures as appealing as I do collecting Rider figures and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a personal bias I have towards Rider, I guess.
Plus, Rider has toys that are decently articulated and affordable.
Yeah.
You're not spending $20 for a figure and a leg. You're spending $20 for a figure that can reenact his gimmick of his show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess if we don't have any, unless there's something else you want to talk about at Morphicon, but
I got nothing else.
I guess we
leave the toy aisle and go into the aisle of disappointment.
Well, actually, I was just going to say before we do that, they also showed off the Gamer Driver.
Oh yeah. That weird contraption.
Yeah, I like it just because it's so it's garish to the point that it's something's so bad it's good, but it's it's so garish it's beautiful.
It's just so freaking 90s. Neon
Yeah.
everything.
And the worst part is that the thing that really amazes me with the way of its gimmick, it continues the number thing.
Don't even
That
start.
died ages ago.
Just don't even start.
When it's upside down, it's a 9.
It can supposedly continues it. It doesn't really. They gave that
I
up after Forza.
No, 5 fingers on the wizard.
No. I the
But
number
apparently
thing is a
the,
very sore topic for me.
yeah. Apparently, the way the gamer driver works is there's a light on the side that you put in the game cartridges
Yeah,
that
and it
shines
shines
a
through and
light.
shows the little projection.
Yeah, so it's not like a LED screen or anything that pops up like I thought it was gonna be.
Like the Forza driver.
Yeah,
Like, I actually think that's cool because when you put in the second cartridge, it'll also shine through that, so it'll look like the projection has armor on it,
yeah.
which I think is really neat.
I want to see it in action first before I really give any sort of opinion.
Yeah. Like,
I-
that, I'm
I
kinda
read how it
worried.
works, and it's weird.
I'm kind of worried how the light is gonna work because that's like one or two LEDs shining through a piece of plastic, going through a thing, bouncing off a mirror, and then going through another piece of plastic.
And then if you put in a second cartridge, it's shining through two
Pieces of plastic.
reflecting
So-
off the mirror, hitting the other plastic.
So I'm kind of worried that the light's going to be really dim unless you're in like a pitch black room.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do it either way.
Yeah, unless they just shove
Maybe
a bunch of
clap-on,
LEDs in there.
clap-off reviews in the future.
Like,
And
I'm the-
And I think they make noises to the gimmicks.
yeah, I think actually probably a bit more. I was going to say lock seeds, but probably a bit more like the Necrom icon in the Mega U-Loader.
Or
like
like the double icon, kind of, or the double icon, the double Gaia memories.
Not exactly. Like from what I've read, it's gonna work. Like the gosh shot, whatever the cartridges.
Cartridges, that's
Yeah,
exactly.
we'll have like a couple select phrases you can like that you like press a button and it loops through, and then the belt just kind of does the rest of it. At least from what I've read, that might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure yet.
It's still going to be interesting to see in general.
Yeah,
Yep, indeed.
I think it might be the first rider belt I get when it releases.
yeah. I am definitely heavily considering actually going in on Xade's toy line.
Just because it's gaming
Yeah,
ridiculousness.
it's just so like going back to the whole garish thing. Like with fan fiction, how everyone always like, oh, that's like I'm a fan of Dragon Ball, so it's like Super Saiyan 8 Goku.
Yeah.
Like people always talk about how stupid that is. There's a part of me that actually really likes that shit, like semi-ironically, but actually somewhat legitimately. Just because I love stupid, goofy shit a lot of the time, and like people say they hate the garish '90s, and I actually really there is a part of me that really enjoys the garish '90s, and I think that part of me is the same part that likes Ghost, not Ghost, Xade. I do not like Ghost.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. Well, I like Ghost design, just don't like the show at all.
Yeah, from what I've read, it sounds like the gamer driver is definitely going to have a very 90s Nickelodeon game show announcer
Oh
voice.
yeah, they actually have heard the voice.
I have not yet.
I'll try and find it probably like after the show maybe.
Because CastRanger mentioned it on their thing. Cause
Yeah, I'll actually try and find it.
videos like us, but
Because
they
basically
said-
someone recorded it during the Ghost movie.
cool.
Yeah, I'll try
Where
and find it.
the Ghost movie where he blatantly rips off Nintendo.
I love that. He does the Mario jump and like collects coins and yeah.
I do find it kind of funny, though. It's like, when we were originally looking at stuff from Zyuogher, one of my things about it was like, is this based on a video game or something, based on all the cubes and pixelations? Lo and behold, next Kamen Rider, video games.
Yep.
These fuckers are actually listening to us.
And the worst part is, they won't cross over.
No. Oh, yeah. Shit,
Because
you're right.
they already did with Ghost.
Oh, shit. Damn
Yeah,
it.
that's true. Damn it! That would have been perfect.
Because I could just see it now like, hey, aren't you from that one game? What game? You know, the one with the blocks? No.
Oh, yeah, also,
Okay.
they recorded this neat little, like a neat little chip tune that played during Xaid's.
Oh, yeah, I heard it's going to be all like chip tunes and stuff, which sounds really cool.
Stand by.
Okay, I don't know how to react to that.
What, the driver or the music?
The driver. The music sounds like it's straight out of fucking Mega Man.
I like the voice.
I kind of like the voice. Granted, what am I expecting when I'm an American dude trying to think of what a Japanese dude's going to sound, trying to make an American accent?
I think one of the reasons I'm not surprised is because before this came out, someone who had also seen the movie said it sounded a lot like the Ghost Driver. So I was just kind of expecting it to be something like that.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. It definitely sounds like it. It doesn't sound suave.
Yeah, it sounds like the Ghost Driver doing an American accent, kind of.
A better American accent.
Yeah, better American accent.
Well, we'll have plenty of episodes to get used to that thing in a few weeks once Ghost is off the air for good, finally.
I like the new actor's voice, though. It's not as quote-unquote high-pitched as Takaru's is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
His voice isn't as bitchy.
Apparently, we're actually finally going to get an insert song, maybe? By the voice of the Ghost Driver.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
You fucking died. Ha, 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 ha. Insert.
Okay, then. Anyway.
Granted, it's not the first time they've done that.
5 days to fight the final boss.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all the news and other distractions aside, shall we actually talk about shows? Ghost 42. What a lot of stuff happened here.
So, Biff, do you want to take the lead on this?
Yes, you said you had something you wanted to bust out on this one.
Oh God, where do I begin? Okay, I don't really know if I've had the chance to express this on the podcast because I've kind of been off for the last several weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably not because you haven't been here.
Yeah, but I for a long time didn't hate Ghost. I just didn't care about it, which in my opinion I thought was honestly worse. Because in my opinion, there's no worse fate for a show than just not caring about it.
Yeah, because if you hate it, at least that means you feel passionately against it. If you don't care about it, then,
you just feel nothing.
Basically, yeah.
But now I fucking despise this show.
Welcome to the club. The rest of us have been here for a while.
Oh, God. Specifically, because of fucking Sage, Edith, whatever. Fuck him.
Yeah, that's one of the things that came out as a plot point this episode. Sage is finally revealed to actually be Edith in a costume.
Boy. No one has seen that. Guys, did you hear that Chase was Proto Drive? Wow. Granted, that got revealed way earlier in the show, back when, we still cared.
Yeah.
And honestly, I cared about Drive pretty much the entire way through because it was a good show.
For me, my experience with Drive was first half was kind of bleh on its second half. Holy crap, this actually got good.
Yeah, my experience was first quarter. I was like, this is okay. Middle bit was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And the last 10 episodes, I loved.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just this. It's like, oh, yeah, I could have just, in the first 99 days, I could have just revived Takaru. It's like, oh, well, there goes, not only the tension of the beginning part of the show, but just like in my opinion, one of the key points to a show is its rewatchability. Like rewatchability, like go back and rewatch the show and like enjoy it.
Rewatching Gaim from a different perspective because
exactly.
crazy shit.
But the only new perspective you would get from rewatching the beginning of Ghost is that this is all pointless.
Basically, fuck Sage.
Yeah.
You are an
asshole. Yeah, and
asshole.
also, God, I don't remember if it was in 42 or 43, but it's revealed that he was responsible for creating the Godmisers and like basically everything.
Yeah, I think that was either this episode or last episode.
Yeah, I don't remember. They're all
essentially Edith is the reason this show even fucking exists.
Yeah, he's the reason that anything happened in the show, and in my opinion, that makes it incredibly more boring. That this entire show is because of this one asshole.
It's basically creations gone crazy. Now he's trying to fix his mess.
And also,
we just had something almost like this 1 season ago.
Yeah, also, in my opinion, it makes the Ganma a lot less interesting because I don't think I ever fully expressed. I might have stated it, but I don't think I ever fully expressed it. The Ganma world was honestly my favorite part of Ghost for a while because I love the idea of just this separate world with a hierarchy and just its own empire and kings and princes and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. But no, this one asshole just made everything. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still its own world and everything.
Yeah, it was its own world, but I loved the idea of it having a hierarchy and gods and just its own, these protective entities and just... I loved that. That was great. But no, it's just this one douchebag just created everything because reasons.
Yep. Well, when man stops worshiping gods, man creates his own gods.
Yeah. His own boring, ill-explained gods that all died.
Yeah.
Except for 3. Maybe, I don't know. That then got reborn as Kodos? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so apparently what I overheard about the Spectre Nazis is wrong, and I'm really sad about that, because I really wanted that to be the reason. Oh, well.
Yeah, we'll get into that one in a bit. But yeah, so that was one of the major points for this episode was Edith coming clean about Sage, and then everybody gets pissed at him, except Takaru.
Yeah, and then Takaru being the fucking idiot that he's just wow, you guys are angry. Wow, you guys care about me? It's no fucking shit.
Okay, I actually have something about this that I was thinking about this, and it kind of was interesting for me. I feel like that was kind of a commentary on how a lot of people are when it comes to death, because if you think about it, you have someone that's dying. Who is really the one that gets more affected? It's the people around them that care about them. Case in point, Takaru's friends all care about him, want him to come back, and he's just doing his own damn thing, not giving a shit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then he suddenly realizes, holy crap, these people actually care.
Yeah, right. You think he would have by now? It's been 40 episodes.
Well, we've also established Takaru's an idiot.
Yeah,
It's been the 40 episodes and 2 movies.
The entire reason you got Mugen was because you saw how much your friends cared about you.
Yeah, it is still stupid. I will not deny that, but I thought that was an interesting commentary of how people are with death, and it's
Yeah, I mean, because hell, look at Drive. Hart basically killed himself because there were no more roid mutes.
Yeah.
What was the point of existing when all of his friends are dead?
Yeah, you see, that was actually very good plot. Just plot.
Yeah, and then
just the idea of this race trying to find, become their own thing, and just how to deal with the fact that every all of your people are dead and you're the last one. Where do you go? What do you do?
You turn into the Doctor and travel through time and space.
I would watch it.
That would actually be amazing.
That's where he got the harder on.
I actually would watch that. Hart as a Time Lord. That'd be hilarious. Anyway.
Hart for 13th Doctor.
Yeah, that's correct. Anyway.
Technically, whatever, 14th, 15th, depending on how you want to count them.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, and then we also had a Alan death scare because Adele almost killed him.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's when we find out that Sage and Edith are the same dude. And can I just say, it kind of pisses me off that he still acts like fucking Sage, even though we know he's Edith.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. He reverted
Yeah.
to his Sage character for a little bit.
I also like how he was getting, like, I know this is going to sound fucking horrible, but I liked how he was just looking so fucking depressed when they were all bitching at him.
Yeah, fucking good.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah. Speaking of that, I, like, every single time, like, each episode, Talker has done the whole, wow, these characters are exhibiting this emotion, and I'm going to use the Mugen finisher based on that emotion later in the episode. You see, this is setting up for that. You see, you get it?
Yeah.
Every single time, this just felt incredibly stupid and forced.
Yeah,
It's
it
just-
felt like it's just... We're going to get this at... How many has he done so far out of the 7?
I think...
I don't know.
feel like
I'm
he's done all of them. I don't
keeping
care.
count.
But actually, I think I just kind of realized this. This is the problem with him doing that whole thing. He feels like he isn't a human being. Like, you're what? You're 18 years old and you're just now figuring out how emotions work?
Well, he's 18 years old. His dad died when he was 8. He was one butler away from becoming Batman.
But still, it's like he didn't exist as a character before episode 1. It's like he was just created at that moment to be the main character.
I mean...
It's like, actually, that is true. Aside from, like, one flashback where you see him as a kid with, like, Makoto as a kid, none of the flashbacks are, like, about him.
Right, it's
About
just like,
Ryu.
oh man, here's an image of my dad handing
Here's
this little...
Here's my dad, who honestly would have been a way cooler protagonist than me.
Here's my dad, who was a protagonist of an older show. Go watch...
Oh, yeah.
Remember the series.
Oh, yeah,
Live
go
Man.
watch Live Man. It's actually really good.
And then, of course, there's no mention of Takuru's mother ever.
Yeah, that's gotta be some sort of plot point.
This is kind of off topic, but I saw it. I forget exactly. I think it was someone I follow on, I think Tumblr mentioned this. If in some future movie, Takuru's dad doesn't come back and use a palette swapped version of Boost to be Zero Ghost, I am going to be very upset.
That would be interesting.
What's the Japanese word for mother?
Like a black base suit with red flames and be zero Ghost.
Oh, that sounds cool. Just trying to picture that in my head. That already sounds awesome.
Yeah. I saw someone came up with that idea. I'm like, I need this to happen.
It's like, quick, what's the Japanese word for mother? Why? We need to come up with the dad's idea for a costume. Who gets the father, he'll get the mother.
It'd be kind of sad if Takuru's mom was just a one-night stand, and then
Whoa.
and then his dad just got left with him.
No, you know what's gonna be sad is if we get through all 40 whatever episodes and they never mention his mom ever.
That's exactly what's going to happen, probably.
I have a sad feeling. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. Unlike another show which deals with mothers, which we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah, but that show doesn't deal with fathers.
I have a feeling it will, but we'll get there in a minute, as I said.
But,
Let's table that for now.
Unless that creepy female voice he's been hearing that since he's gotten Mugen is like his mom's ghost or some shit.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I doubt we're gonna find out about his mom.
Probably not, no.
Seeing as his mom wasn't
also,
around, he was 8.
Also, I love the new Gaim writer they introduced in this show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Grapefruit Head.
Yeah.
Great.
Pomegranate.
That design pisses me off for a personal reason. And that's partially because I came up with a better design in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like basically, like this was my idea for a final villain before like the perfect Gone Miser thing debuted. Was basically it was if you threw Grateful Damashi and the Gone Ultima into a blender.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that working.
Because that was my idea of combining all of the Gone Misers instead of weird grapefruit thing. Which,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's the big bad for the fucking movie is really fucking stupid when you find out what he's actually created from.
Oh my god, I just fucking got. Like, I was just thinking about, I just got the perfect Gone Miser's design. It's supposed to be a pomegranate.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that was in some works, some people speculate to be the forbidden fruit.
The thing that was the suicide bomber Loxy.
Yeah.
Gaiden.
Yeah. I just got that.
Yeah.
And
That's what the little balls on around his neck are supposed to
Oh my god, I just fucking got that. God damn it.
They love their symbolism, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, the only other note I had for this episode was just the end fight with Takaru and Dell trading off blows and shots using weapons matching each other, which that was really cool.
But kind of creepy.
Like some of the Gone Miser are just weapons because reasons.
And yeah, it was basically
supposed to be like weapons that are polars to the ghost weapons because the Gone Misers are supposed to be polar opposites of the ghost forms.
Yep. And like all of them were their respective icons, like parallels for the most part, and a spear from Goemon because reasons.
Yep. You know what we forgot to mention that's a really big point of this episode?
What's that?
We got to see someone turn into an icon and possess someone.
That's next episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're jumping.
I was actually about to say that. I'm like, wait, wasn't that next episode?
Yeah. Well, he turned into an icon this episode.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we're back to one episode. Or no, we are doing 2 episodes this week. I'm so confused.
We're still playing catch up. Next week we're back to 1 episode.
That's right.
Yeah. The only other thing that happened with icons was Adele ripped out his own icon and exploded it.
Yep.
Which he said, and I quote, "I'm going to become the world." And my thought went to 2 different places.
The world.
My thought went to Zyuogher and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. Of course, JoJo. Because you've been on such a JoJo kick lately.
Well, that's what the main bad guy of Part 3's stand is called. It's called The World.
I was gonna either make a Zaworld joke or the Zero the Lights the World thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, now we move into episode 43. And first note on this one is the timer jumped from 18 to 5. What the hell have they been doing for 2 weeks almost?
It's like when it jumped from what? Like 80 to 40 in between episodes.
You know what happened?
And they just sat there for a month?
You know what happened between those times? The movies.
Right, yeah, the summer movie.
True.
He just came out.
The Ghost movie where the end game has been teased so fucking much in that movie.
Yep.
To the point where I can tell you exactly what the 100 icons are used for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty extreme outcome.
We'll get to that whenever the movie comes out.
You could say it excels your expectations. We mentioned it looked like that before.
And for this episode, we start to see what the Dementia Project is. Apparently, it's contact lenses that connect to your brain and make you super smart, because we have weird genius kids.
Because of course.
Because Google Lens. They're the Futurama iPhones.
I was literally just about to say that.
And of course, because reasons, even though he knows these things are bad, Onari wears the damn things. You idiot.
Because he feels useless because everyone else is better than him.
Yeah, he got told off at one point in the episode. It's like, we don't need your help.
They all told him to go home, and he's just like, but I am home.
That's true. He does
I was
live
just like, I
there.
feel so bad. Yes, you beat the shit out of Urison. He's an asshole.
There's something we're probably never going to get an answer for. Where the hell did Urison come from?
That's...
Yeah.
Isn't Urison's voice actor a female?
I believe so,
I
yeah.
swear to God, if you say that it's Takuru's mother.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm thinking that, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I know that's fucking ridiculous. Because why isn't...
Is it, at
Dad
this
or
point,
Urison?
is it, we're talking about a show that has contacts that make you, oh, I get it, because eyeball. God damn it.
All the realizations this episode.
I hate this show.
Speaking of eyeballs, Adele is now linked to the great power eyeball thingy.
And came out as a spider poop pill.
Yep. And then we have a scene of him sitting naked on a throne, because why not?
Of course.
And who came to greet him?
Igor, because he's
Igor,
still
and
fucking around.
instantly kneels, and I'm like, Brazzers logo, please.
Igor just took one.
Insert here.
Igor just took one look at Adele's dick and bowed before its magnificence.
Yeah, and then you realize the fact that fucking what's her name, Arya?
Yes, his sister's in the damn room.
His sister's just in there, just like he's just sitting there with his dick out.
It's like, wow, that's a side of him I didn't need to see.
I mean, they're royalty, though. If anything that Game of Thrones has taught us is that they're already fucking.
I'm shaking my head.
I'm not the one who brought it up first.
Yes, I know where you're borrowing that
Yes.
from, but still,
Yes.
just, and I actually watched Game of Thrones too, so.
I don't. I just know that it has a lot of fucking.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
It's Lord of the Rings meets porn.
I tried to show a friend of mine Game of Thrones once, and that was one of her complaints. There's so much porn! I'm like, you look at that shit anyway. Why are you complaining? Anyway, moving on. And we had the continuing saga of Mirror Spectre, speaking of him.
Yeah.
Including now we have
Super
a...
amazing Nazi Spectre.
And now we have a Super Spectre clone, because Adele decided to stick all the Ganmaiser things together or something. I don't know.
Even though most of them were dead.
He
How did he pull that off?
He used the Great Eye's power to resurrect them as Makoto clones.
Why?
And just souped them all into one thing.
Yeah, I'm really wondering, what is Adele's end goal with the whole Spectre thing?
I don't even think the writers know at this point.
Probably not.
I guess it's more or less just kill Spectre to get him out of the way.
I guess. I don't know.
Because if you think about it,
Do you really need to
For,
put that much? You think he'd be focusing more on Takara than anything, considering
Right,
he can
but before
effortlessly
Takara got-
kill every single Ganmaiser.
Pretty much, yeah.
You'd think that, but you also have to think about it like this.
The show's poorly written.
Well, that and Mugen is linked with his 7 friends. One of those 7 friends has the strength and capability of killing the Ganmaisers. If he can get that guy out of the way, that's one person down for Mugen.
You also are assuming that Mugen works the same way as Cosmic does.
I don't even fucking know, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
shit.
they'll probably, if that is the case, they'll just pull that out of their ass.
That, or he just wants Spectre out of the way because who knows? Maybe Spectre can use the fucking Mugen icon too.
That
That'd
would,
be
that would
kind of cool.
that would require the secondary being as strong as the main rider, and that we just can't have that.
Yeah, no, that's a big no.
Except for Mach, he's special. He gets to be stronger.
Yep.
I thought Kabuto got to be stronger. Or no, he was strongest.
Because Mach Chaser is actually stronger than Type Trideron. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you already alluded to this, so we'll just go on and bring it up. Onari is a fucking icon now.
That you can buy.
Yeah, my note literally said, and Onari is an icon. Guess that explains why that toy was made, because I remember just seeing a picture of it on Twitter. It's like, why the fuck are they doing this? Insert this episode.
It makes, I want to say it makes over 100 phrases he said in the show, plus the lines that so-and-so is going to say in the next episode.
I'm just like, okay, this is just coming out of left field.
You know what else we're getting?
Onari possessing Alan.
We're also getting a cannon icon again that lights up.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Back to Onari possessing Alan.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Canon is useless at this point,
Yeah.
so who gives a shit about her?
Canon was literally just
Apparently
a MacGuffin
not
for the
writers.
first arc. Canon was literally just there for Takaru to waste his first wish.
You know,
Basically.
the first wish that didn't even matter.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I was thinking about. Do you think Sage could have just brought Canon back to life too?
Possibly. Who knows?
Probably.
Well, it wasn't 99 days.
We don't know how the fuck Canon worked. Like,
Yeah.
she was
The
in an
writers.
icon for no
Neither do the
reason.
writers.
Ugh.
Actually, now that makes me wonder, now that you're bringing this up with the whole thing with Canon, we know that in the Gamma world, they pull souls out and stick them in icons. What the hell happened to Canon's body?
I think the whole thing where he's carrying her down is somehow the
Actually,
body can be teleported.
If that is another thing, we can assume that putting bodies in icons makes them last longer than 99 days. What the fuck did Sage do to Takaru? He put his soul in an icon.
Technically speaking, yes.
No. Yeah, that's literally what he did.
Well, technically the male put his body in an icon.
Well, he got the icon for his soul in the mail, but that's...
Because that reacted to him as soon as he died, and then...
Yeah, so that means his soul went into the icon.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Also, now that you mentioned the first episode, where the fuck is that place that they were at?
I think it's
Like,
isn't
when
it
he
just
woke
like the,
up and he's in, like, that pond, where is that? Right? Like, now that we know Sage is Edith and Edith is Ganma dude, where's all this Sage shit coming from?
Things that writers didn't think about.
I think the writers just don't care about canon as much as we do.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys got anything else for Ghost, or shall we move on to some actually good television?
The only thing I really have is, god damn it, my dogs. Is
Whatever.
the premium Bandai Ghost Chain series for Dark Spectre was announced. Or not Dark Spectre, a Dark Ghost. Which comes with which essentially comes with the Grateful version of the Ore jacket with the helmet that just slides over the head, with the folded down hood, and then Napoleon Darwin, and the Deep Slasher in gun and sword form, and the Gon catcher as well, because they forgot to package those with the toys.
Because stupid.
Yep.
Yep, but that's all I have.
Right. Well, with all that...
Then sadness.
Yep, on to the sad cubes. With Zyuogher...
I feel like I've said it like 20 times now.
Probably, yeah.
Every single time we've had an episode with Zyuogher, it's been cubes and sadness.
There always is some kind of sad element to these, isn't there? Anyway. Zyuogher 23 starts out with Cthulhu coming from space.
Because of cost.
Yep. And we also...
Boy, does he look like he's a fucking pirate.
Arrgh.
He looks like what would happen if they turned Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean into a Power Rangers villain.
Yep. And I also love how, when we get our first shot with the Death Galleons, Genis is bored out of his mind.
I mean, wouldn't you, after sitting through how many episodes now? 23 of this? 23 episodes of... I mean, at this point, he probably has like a drinking game where it's like, they're gonna get attacked by the Zyuoghers, take a drink. They're gonna get defeated by the Zyuoghers, take a drink.
It's like, why do I keep you people around? You guys can't get shit done anymore.
Nari's gonna put one of my coins in him, take a drink. He got defeated by the big monster, take a drink.
I kind of have to think now. It's like, originally when they showed up, they wanted to play a blood game, which eventually is going to end up with them taking over Earth, right?
Well, more or less just murdering everyone on Earth, but yeah.
At some point, or I should say, at this point, you would think that Genesis is kind of realizing, yeah, this is kind of pointless. Maybe we should move somewhere else where we might actually have some success. Instead of just getting bored.
You know what my thought is? Why not ask the Eagle guy, hey, this planet's gonna get fucked up. You wanna maybe give us the other cube so we can send all of the people on this planet to Zooland, and then you can chill here and fight the aliens on your own, and we can all chill on safe side of the dimension door? I know that wouldn't happen, but I mean, that would seem like the quote-unquote safer option than we're going to fight an entire army of aliens that we don't know how many are there.
At least 50.
No, at least 48.
At least,
They
yeah.
need to at least have a few times for the main monster to fight.
Yep.
And was it in this episode that I think his name's like Bungray or
Bungley, yeah.
Bungee jumping, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He mentioned something about he's searching for someone.
Yep. When he first flies in, it's like, well, I wonder if he's going to be here, which is, of course, all the speculation, because we have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, I think we do, because we saw something very marvelous earlier this week.
Yes, a small spoiler for a future episode. Marvelous was seen on a film shoot for Zyuogher.
Along with a couple other Red Rangers.
The only picture I saw was of Marvelous.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's essentially
the last 5 or so.
From Zyuogher to now.
Yep.
So basically the last 5, I want to say.
Forever Red, essentially. Forever Akka. For Ninja there. But, something I thought about. You guys have seen Zyuogher, right?
Yep.
You guys know what happens to the ship, right?
Yeah, it got wrecked. Yep.
So how would Marvelous be able to travel through space if he doesn't have a spaceship?
Either he pulled a new one out of his ass, or who knows.
Or he got one from someone who happened to look like an animal. You know, 'cause Zuo whale's a fucking ship.
Or there's that, yeah.
That's like the number one speculation everyone has, is he's looking for Marvelous for the Zuo whale.
I could see that. We'll find out in, 6 episodes or so?
Probably. If that, at this rate.
Yeah. We'll see just how long this guy actually lasts. It seems like he's going to be hanging around a while, though, so that's actually nice. And apparently this guy has the ability to summon manifestations of memories, because we end up seeing an old monster after he taps Leo on the head.
Yeah. Which was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's unique.
Especially with the next episode that's going to bring in a lot of questions.
Yeah. And one of the things I like about this episode is you actually get to see some of the destruction from the Death Galleons up close here, because literally this episode just involves a dude with cannons on his shoulder blowing the shit out of everything.
Because, when one show ignores cannons, the other one loves it.
Here's an episode we could literally call Japans, because you are just throwing them out all over the place.
It's not the greatest.
No, well, anyway. But yeah, it's like, you see, what was it, Yamato and Amu walking past some wreckage, and there's like this one kid there that was apparently in there.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to think about it like this, though. At least they're recognizing it, unlike other shows where they don't recognize it until the very last episode.
Yeah. All I could think was, man, the death counter on this episode must be way up, just blowing up buildings that are no doubt full of people. Probably sitting at their desks, not expecting it.
No, it's just the abandoned warehouse district.
The abandoned office structure district?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because those sure as hell didn't look like warehouses to me.
They're in their warehouses with very interesting windows.
uh, but yeah, at the end of the episode, looks like Bungley decided to join the Death Galleons, as we see leading into next episode, which is
Yay.
basically a Yamato episode, where we find out his mom is dead.
Yeah, because the episode starts at a cemetery, just like the last episode of Ghost.
All the death.
It's because it's like worship the dead or something in Japan right now. It's like some sort of thing like that. Some
I
holiday.
could believe it.
Kind of like Dias de los Muertos.
Something like that. I could believe that, but yeah. And we see Bungley doing his weird ghosting thing all over the damn place.
Yep.
Including to Yamato, because his mother appears.
Yeah, and he gave... I keep wanting to call him the other name because I think the other guy is Kubar. He gave Kubar a forehead high five and read his mind, but didn't do anything with it yet.
Yeah, that was an interesting bit there. It's like, what's in Kubar's mind that he does not want
Right, because he seems
out?
very worried about that.
Yeah, as soon as he realized what Bungley could do, it's like, oh shit, what did he read? It's like, huh, interesting.
Like, in my mind, I want there to be like a explicit fandom where it's like, no, he saw all the porn.
It's even Kubar's face. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually part computer.
Yeah. Oh no, he sees all the little people inside me that make me work. The thing that looks like where my nose isn't just a light, it's an elevator constantly going up and down.
Oh, that is funny. I'm never going to be able to look at that without thinking that now. Oh, the little light elevator in his face. So yeah, this one was a really rough episode considering Bungley decides to kill Yamato's mom in front of him.
Yeah, but let's also think about the fact that he probably murdered tons of other people right in front of them as well.
That is true, yeah. I mean, it could have all been off screen, but it probably still happened.
Right, like that guy that was getting mugged by a dead guy.
Or that
grandmother who was freaking out because her husband was there and she was like, is my time? Is it my time?
That was kind of funny, more than anything.
That was kind of funny, but then you realize, holy shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
She's just sitting there like, I've accepted death.
Well, I think when you get to a certain age, you just kind of do, when you're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, then there's the person, like the little kid running, or whatever.
I think probably the saddest of all of them is the mother reuniting with her child.
Yeah.
That was a
other
downer.
Mother reuniting with her child. The one that's part of the actual plot.
Yeah.
That one hit home the most because that was the one we saw.
Well, yeah, true. And oh my gosh, did everyone get mad? Like all the rest of the team just get all fired up and go nuts on Bungley, and then eventually Yamato joins in getting all pissed off. And it's like, and this is when Sky realized he fucked up.
I was really hoping he was just gonna go like instant gorilla and just fuck his shit in so bad.
Yeah, though sadly we didn't actually get to see him destroy Bungley, because it looks like we're getting an actual feud for the Red Ranger.
If what we quote unquote guessed is what's going to happen with the whale, I really hope it's Red that kills him, hands down.
Oh, it's probably going to be Red that kills him,
just for that. And
yeah.
He's gonna say something like, "This is for my mother," or some type of stereotypical coming of age hero bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be something very interesting like that. But yeah, despite the sadness, it was a good episode. We actually got some look into Yamato's past, which, again, as we said before, he's like the only character of this crew that doesn't really get a whole lot of backstory. So actually seeing him get some was nice.
Yeah, he's very much a Star-Lord among humans. In this sense, it's like, his mom died. We don't know what happened to his dad. A bird dude came. He's got special powers.
Well, here's hoping they actually answer the question of where his dad is, and they don't leave it as a single parent thing, unlike
Yeah.
a certain other program we were just
Yeah,
talking
'cause
about.
at least if there's a mother, there's at least some explanation. But if there's just a dad, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless Takaru's adopted.
Nah. And then dyed his hair because hates his black hair, I guess.
I don't know.
But
The joys of inconsistencies between child and adult actors.
yeah.
Anyway, you got anything, Biff? Because you've been oddly quiet.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say.
Alright then. Shall we move on to Giants Made of Light?
Sure.
Yep.
That was completely awkward. Anyway, Ultraman Orb Episode 3 starts with them, the SSP in the office, and Shin made a slime gun.
You mean these super stupid people?
Yes, these super stupid people. Why the fuck are these people here?
We only need them here because this is a Ultraman trope?
Pretty much. And oh, hey, this one guy has the thing that has all the monsters in it.
Yeah.
And the plot of this episode is a monster is sitting in the lake and everything is now smelly.
Oh no, not the garbage
Adventure.
from Godzilla.
Thrills.
One of my favorite bits from this episode, though, was like guys trying to take a bath at like the local hot bath or whatever, and he's getting pissed off because they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I lived in that kind of culture, I'd be pissed too if I couldn't take an open shower or an open bath.
I just love the fact that this town city just does not have any like septic or sewer treatment whatsoever, because you'd think the smell would be gotten rid of through all of that process, but no, it's just
it's too powerful.
Yeah, the smell is too powerful.
Yeah.
So probably the most interesting thing from this episode, because let's just be honest here, for Ultraman and their Monster of the Week plots are kind of weird.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Ultraman. Every single episode is a Monster of the Week.
Yeah, so anyway...
It's one of the reasons I just don't really care for Ultraman as a franchise. Like, I respect it for what it did, and I like the designs of a lot of them. I'm actually one of the few people who can tell most of them apart.
I sure as hell can't.
Yeah.
That's Ultraman with a little bit of blue.
Yeah.
That's the Ultraman that looks like he has boobs. That's the actual Ultraman with boobs, because that's a woman.
Isn't there literally like one Ultraman that's like, you have the original Ultraman, there's like one that's like Ultraman Jack or something that's basically looks like Ultraman.
There was like Ultra 7, there was Ultraman Jack, there was Leo, there's Ace, I think. Oh god, I don't remember.
Too many Ultramen.
Like,
I can. The thing, I don't remember what order they came in, but if you show me an Ultraman, I'd say probably like 7 times out of 10, I could probably tell you their name.
Anyway, the one probably ultra interesting thing from this is you have a scene with Juggler and Guy at the lake doing their talkie thing, and Juggler makes a comment about Guy not being what he used to be, which makes me wonder if the flashback thing from episode 1 is Guy actually being an Ultraman that was forced into human form because of what happened to the person that he was with.
Maybe. Let's also remember, Juggler isn't who he used to be, because he used to be Jugulus Juggler. Still can't believe that name.
Yeah, that also does make a interesting question of, is Juggler actually a Dark Ultra?
I mean, it's probably is.
Given the fact he's got the same... Well, given the fact he's got the same gizmo that Guy does, I'm guessing possibly.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I should probably mention this. I really like Orb as like Orb's designs and as a concept. Like, you take 2 Ultras and you just you shove them together and make a fusion suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very interesting concept. And
Yeah.
speaking of the fusion thingies, I found it kind of interesting that this is the episode where he busts out the Burn Might mode, which is Taro mixed with Mabius.
Yep.
That he only just got the Taro card in episode 2, yet Guy makes a comment of like, guess I have to use that mode, which makes me wonder, did he have these powers in the past and then lost them when he became a human, or did he try this mode off screen between episodes?
Uh, I think the fact that I can tell Ultra Designs helps me appreciate the fusion modes more, because I can actually tell that they're a fusion between.
I think it's more like when we saw that flashback, that was like how Juggler in episode 2 was shooping all those monster cards to make that one monster.
Oh yeah, he was just
Maybe
chucking
that
cards.
weird super sparkly mode is what happens when he uses all the cards.
Maybe that would
And
be
he
interesting.
already knows the combos he can do.
Maybe. All I know is that I know it's not going to happen because they have limited suit budget for this, but I would love to see him try and mix different ultras together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but with the way that it's sounding, because he has a quote-unquote his own ultra form, that he can't mix and match for some reason.
Yeah, I actually, the toy of the ring transformation device thing actually doesn't have sounds for mixing and matching.
So it's literally, this is what he's got. He has to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how the O's scanner doesn't reference any other combos besides Tatubot in full colors as combos.
Yep. Actually, yeah, exactly.
It's pretty much like, okay, this is what we're going with, and that's that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to episode 4, where the plot of the episode is a really freaking hot day.
Oh man, too bad that building that was blocking the sun in episode 2 got destroyed.
I'm just like, I was watching this and just like, and let's see, what's the weather outside? It's 90 plus. Fuck August.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also find out that Orb apparently has aqua powers. Because he can just summon water out of his hands. What can't this guy do?
Dress proper. Not look like a hobo 24/7. Play an instrument that doesn't sound annoying.
Harmonicas are not that annoying.
I mean, that's true. I do own a harmonica. I don't know how to play it, but I own one.
And this is our first episode where we actually have a color timer timeout. While he's in space, no less.
Whoops.
Well, thankfully the body didn't dissolve and he just crashed to Earth and left a giant freaking imprint of his body on the ground.
Yeah, if this was a comedy, it would be like a very, very blatant image of like his face all scrunched up.
It would be a Looney Tunes sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't fall back to Earth until he looks down.
Oh, that would have been
No, he doesn't fall
hysterical.
down to Earth until he looks down and then pulls
Yeah.
out a sign.
Yeah, holds up a tiny sign that just says, uh-oh.
Now I just want someone to animate that.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he hits the ground, the little, the two Common Riders, or the Common Riders, Jesus, the two Ultraman that he turns into, like, appear beside him and make the Roadrunner noise.
Meep meep.
Oh, God. We've crossed brandings here. From Toku to Looney Tunes. The ultimate crossover.
Oh my gosh, I want someone to do that now. That would be hysterical. And also in hysterical things, we got to see the BLT actually try to do something. It fails, of course, because they're a military group in an Ultraman show, but it was actually nice to see them actually doing something.
They're a military group in Tokusatsu.
Fair, yeah.
Give or take a few.
Yeah, give or take a few.
The only time the ones in Drive were useful was after they got the Jesus bullets.
Oh yeah, the anti-Roid Mute artillery.
The ones
There
with
was,
the
let's see, there
flare.
was Kuga and Agito, because the military, not the well, I guess not military, but like the police were a
Yeah.
major part in both of those.
Wasn't technically Ixa part of like some military organization or some shit?
Oh yeah, the Wonderful Blue Organization or something.
Yeah.
This is a really dumb name.
It was because the sky is blue and he represents the sun.
Anyway, yeah. Let's see, what else was there for this episode? Guy spent most of it unconscious. Quite literally.
Did I?
Yeah, there wasn't really much for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Ultraman, and yeah, that's pretty much the show, I think, 'cause
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, it's just, that's the way Ultraman is. It's just episodic Monster of the Week stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is interesting to like see the little bits and pieces that they throw in here and there, but it is very much just, here's a monster, let's go kill it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in this case, we have lots of shenanigans with the SSP being what they are, and then all the interesting stuff is Guy and Juggler.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask a question because I don't know the date offhand. Was Ginga was the one that was able to, essentially, he was the decade of Ultraman, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
When did that air?
I think like 2000, I think it was like 12.
No, I think it was 14 or 13.
Was it was it 14?
Yeah, because the one that was before Orb was X, and that was 15.
Yeah.
So Ginga/Ginga S would have been like 14, 13.
Okay, because I was like thinking in the back of my mind, like the idea of combining two older suits from your franchise together to make another form sounds pretty cool, and I could see that being whatever the next quote unquote decade gimmick would be.
Oh yeah, if they mixed that for
Yeah.
Kamen Rider, that would be interesting.
That is coming up.
That
Yeah,
is
'cause
true,
it'd be
yeah.
like
So-
Drive, Kuga. I don't know why I picked those two. Those two have literally nothing in common.
They're both red.
That's genuinely why I said it.
They both have red base forms.
Kamen Rider Drive, Kamen
Or
Rider
Ghost.
Kuga,
Or like,
Fusion Up.
yeah.
Yep.
Ghost.
I would
Kiva.
honestly really like a Kamen Rider series that did that.
Okay, if they were gonna actually do fusions, what's the gimmick? As in the
Uh,
toy. What's the gimmick?
Well,
I don't know. They could do cards again.
It has
but-
been like 10 years.
Yeah.
There's 3 things they could do off the top of my head. Well, 4 things they could do. They could do cards. They could do Gaia Memory styled items. They could do coin styled items, or they could do something kind of like the Forza switches, but have them essentially look like the actual riders.
I don't know if they'd go that far and like
Yeah.
just blatant reusing of it. Cards,
Yeah,
I could maybe see them get away
Well,
with
I don't
again,
mean like
but
exactly the same way, but I mean like having it be similar.
yeah, I get what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
how
but
many electronic devices do we have that we shove in our belts now?
A lot.
Exactly.
Hmm.
You could technically say that all of them are based on double.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hell, you could say
true.
the gamer driver is a ripoff of Double and Forza, because it's 2 things you stick in the belt, and then there's a handle you pull to the side.
Yeah, that is fair, but I don't know. Be interesting to see what they do. For,
Yeah, I would
that.
say if they do something like that, I would say cards or some other like gimmicky kind of collectible thing that looks like the riders.
To be honest, I'd be more interested about the suits than anything else.
Yeah, like how would they like look?
Yeah, that would be the more interesting thing of that idea if they were to pursue it.
Yeah.
Do you think that like his secondary rider would just have like a mock and a chaser one just to turn into just mock chaser?
That would be cool.
Just to reuse an old suit? Just throw the new belt on this one. This one's already a secondary rider fusion.
That would be an interesting one, yeah, if they reuse that.
Yeah.
Or, like, do you think if he ever used Gaim and, like, any of the other riders that have arms, would it just be Gaim with that arms?
No, his final form would just be a fusion of every single Gaim rider.
Oh gosh.
Fusion plant. No, it'd be like Fusion Garden or something. It would be...
No, it'd be Fruit Basket, obviously.
I was just thinking that, yeah. Fusion Fruit Basket.
He'd have one that
insanity.
his helmet would look like Decade, but it would have 13 cards, and it would just be for Decade or for Ryuki. He just pulled out each one of the different cards from his helmet.
Yeah,
Well,
I would honestly really like to see them do that.
yeah, that would be a cool idea for that. Just rider fusions.
Yeah. Or another idea I had that I know would never work because that belt would be so fucking clunky. But a belt that uses the past 9 gimmicks.
Yeah, that would be way too clunky.
Yeah, that'd be way
Right.
too clunky and like almost impossible to sell.
Yeah.
No.
Like here, you can unlock sounds by using toys that came out 10 years ago. Oh, okay, says the 7-year-old child.
And now, just because we can, we are going to re-release all these toys for this new toy.
Exactly.
The world's most overloaded motherboard ever.
Yeah.
Just
Like
all
if
the
you
noises.
want to get the most out of this toy, you gotta buy these 9 other toys, which I
Yeah.
guess is how the show works. But
I mean, yeah.
it is how the toy line works. But in this case, it's 9 $70 toys instead of
Yeah.
9 like $10 toys.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were actually going to do that gimmick, with the best thing that they could do, I mean, this is more talking like to the story of the actual show, but they could actually like go back to the other riders and be like, where are they now, type of deal.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting too, like a season where there's no like main rider kind of deal, and it's just them going through the past 20 different riders from the Heisei era and having more or less like a re-release of their belts.
So what they were kind of doing with Decade, almost.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Insert the Rider Legacy line.
Kamen Rider Legacy.
I just really want them to make a fucking cheaper, more affordable versions of Showa Rider belts.
Yeah.
Because there's like no easy way to get any of them.
Showa
Unless you
Rider
get
belts
those like
that barely do
yeah.
anything.
But still.
Yeah, unless you get those like crappy ones where it's like, here's a belt buckle that you can construct 3 different belt buckles onto.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
those
looks like
things.
This
Oh, yeah.
belt, this
Yeah,
belt,
those.
this belt.
I thought you were just referring to the actual like belt buckles, because I've seen those. You can like buy belt buckles that look like rider belts.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I thought about that would be cool, but it probably would never sell?
What?
Rider belt ring.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
really see
rings
those
that
I think
working.
they have
Rider
made
belts.
those.
Because those would be really fucking cool.
They have actually made those.
Oh, sweet. Like, just be like, what you got there? Oh, this is my super mini Sengoku driver. My finger's an orange. This finger's a race car. This one's a ghost because I hate myself. You guys can't see it, but I held up the middle finger.
We
And
have
this one doesn't know what it is.
we have derailed so far right now.
Yeah.
What was this podcast?
It was a thing.
It was a thing because we
Yeah,
wanted to talk
it's-
about our shows that we
It
like to watch.
certainly was a thing.
And on that note, because we're just derailing at this point, this is just turning into an off-topic podcast. Yeah, we're done. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time when we'll be back on a 1 episode per show scheduling, and then maybe we'll have a topic involving movies or something. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for listening, and see you guys next time.
Oh, Yasumi.